Welcome to InfoCaretaker. Today, we're covering the story of a Hong Kong man who lost $25 million to AI. Yeah, you heard that right. $25 million. Gone. Not through some high-stakes stock gamble or a casino, or even a cyber attack in the traditional sense. This was different. And what makes it terrifying is just how normal it all seemed, right up until the money disappeared. Part 1. The Call. This story starts the way so many of our days do. An early morning, a few emails, coffee, and a meeting invite. A routine video call with familiar faces, bosses, colleagues, the usual. Only this time, something felt a little off, just a little. But he brushed it off. Why wouldn't he? He joined the call, he listened, he followed instructions. And just like that, he authorized the transfer. But here's the twist. The people on that call, they didn't exist. Not really. Not in the way he thought they did. And by the time anyone realized what was going on, the money was already long gone. Quietly funneled into the hands of professional scammers using artificial intelligence in a way the world's never seen before. This isn't fiction. This isn't some hypothetical AI gone wrong nightmare. This happened in 2024, in one of the most advanced cities on Earth. And the implications of it? They should scare all of us. Because what happened to him could happen to anyone. In this video, we'll walk you through the entire scheme, how it was set up, how they fooled everyone, not with brute force but with precision, and how AI has made scams feel almost invisible. But first, let's rewind. Who was this man? How did the call actually unfold? And what did he miss? Part 2, the setup. Let's back up. The man at the center of this story wasn't some clueless intern or a guy 2 weeks into the job. He was a trusted finance worker at a multinational company based in Hong Kong. Someone with years of experience. Someone who had sat through hundreds of video calls, authorized transfers, followed protocol to the letter. He knew what he was doing, but so did the people who were targeting him. See, scams like this don't just happen overnight. This was planned, carefully, deliberately. The scammers had studied the company, its structure, its processes, even its people. They knew exactly who the employee would trust, and exactly how to earn that trust fast. Over the span of weeks, they created fake email accounts. They imitated internal communications. They mirrored the tone and language of actual employees. And then, one day, they sent the invite. A video call, with the CFO, and a few other colleagues from the finance department. Just another routine discussion about a confidential transaction. The employee clicked the link. The call began. And there they were, the familiar faces. The CFO, the team, friendly nods, small talk. Nothing felt out of the ordinary. Except, it wasn't real. What he didn't realize, what no human eye could possibly detect in the moment, is that he wasn't looking at real people. He was staring at an illusion. An incredibly sophisticated AI-driven illusion. So good, it fooled even the person who had worked with these faces for years. And here's the chilling part. He didn't hesitate. Because why would he? These were his coworkers. This was his boss. The request seemed urgent, but professional. The tone was right, the language was right. Even the timing felt exactly like every other corporate emergency he'd handled before. And when the CFO asked him to wire $25 million to a vendor account for a highly confidential acquisition, he did it. The money was sent, approved, processed. No alarms, no red flags, no second guesses. It wasn't until days later that someone finally asked, "Wait, what transaction?" And by then it was already too late. Part 3, the reveal. When the internal investigation began, no one could believe it. Not because the employee made a mistake, but because it just didn't seem possible. How could a fake CFO host a group video call? How could 5 or 6 people, all recognizable employees, be on that call, and none of them actually exist? Well, here's how. The scammers didn't just fake one person. They used AI to create an entire fake video conference with multiple participants, all generated, all synchronized, all convincing. The faces? Deepfakes. Each one modeled on real employees, using publicly available photos, LinkedIn profiles, maybe even company videos. AI systems can now create realistic facial animations that match speech in real time. You feed in audio, or generate it, and the face moves accordingly. Blink rate, lip movement, expressions, all forged. The voices? Cloned, with as little as 30 seconds of audio. From a webinar, a presentation, a YouTube interview, AI tools can create a voice model, one that sounds eerily accurate, one that speaks sentences that person never actually said. And the delivery? Real-time puppeteering. Scammers likely use sophisticated synthetic media tools, possibly even custom-built, to control multiple avatars live, all responding on cue, all following the script. So picture this. You're on a call with 6 people. You know them, you've worked with them. They're talking to you, they're nodding, smiling, cracking small jokes. You're reacting, they're reacting back. Except none of them are really there. You're talking to a well-crafted illusion, a puppet show controlled behind the scenes, with AI pulling every string. And this is the terrifying part. The scammers didn't need to hack anything. They didn't break into systems. They didn't need passwords. They just needed access to your brain's trust network, to your visual cues, your memory of voices, your instinct to obey authority. They didn't need to convince the company. They only needed to convince one person. But there's more. Because after the transfer was complete, the scammers didn't just vanish. In fact, they left behind a trail, one the company would try to follow, and what investigators discovered next shows just how sophisticated this operation really was. Part 4, the aftermath. By the time the truth came out, the money was long gone. Moved across multiple offshore accounts, routed through crypto exchanges, and dissolved into the black hole of digital finance. It was only when the real CFO, the actual one, walked into the office days later that alarm bells started ringing. What transaction? That's what he asked when someone followed up about the call. Blank stares. Silence. Within hours, the company's cybersecurity team was running a full-blown internal audit. And what they found was chilling. There was no record of any official transaction, no legitimate vendor, no internal discussion beforehand. But there was, in fact, a calendar invite, a call history, emails, screenshots of the video call. Everything looked real. Cybercrime analysts believe this wasn't the work of amateurs. This was likely a well-funded international operation. Maybe a state-sponsored group, maybe a private syndicate. They didn't just run a script, they rehearsed. Experts estimate it could have taken weeks or months of preparation, gathering data, training AI models, coordinating actors, timing the fake call, managing multiple deepfake avatars in real time. The precision wasn't accidental, it was surgical. The company has not disclosed its name publicly, and frankly, can you blame them? No organization wants to be known as the one that lost $25 million to a fake Zoom call. We do know it was a multinational firm with operations in Hong Kong, and that the funds were never recovered. That's $25 million, gone, in a matter of minutes, because of a video call. And what about the man who was tricked? He wasn't fired. Reports say the company considered him a victim, not a culprit. But imagine the trauma, the guilt, the second-guessing that will probably haunt him forever. He did what any of us might have done. He trusted what his eyes saw, what his ears heard, what his brain knew to be true. The problem was, none of it was. And if that doesn't shake you, consider this. If it can happen to a trained finance professional at a major company during a full video call with multiple trusted colleagues, what chance does the average person have? In the final part of this video, we'll break down the lessons we all need to learn from this incident and how you can protect yourself from becoming the next victim of AI fraud. Part 5. What this means for you. So what can you take away from this jaw-dropping story? What lessons can protect you from falling prey to AI-powered scams like the one that cost a Hong Kong company $25 million? First, trust, but verify. If you receive an urgent request, especially one involving money, always double-check using a different communication channel. Call the person back on their official phone number. Send a separate email. Don't just rely on video or voice alone. Second, be skeptical of unexpected video calls. Scammers are getting better at mimicking familiar faces. If a video call feels out of the ordinary, or the request seems unusual, take a moment to pause and ask questions. Third, educate yourself and your team. Companies must train employees about the risks of AI fraud. The best defense is awareness. Remember, the technology is evolving fast, so your defenses must evolve too. Fourth, use multi-factor authentication and strong cybersecurity policies. No AI deepfake can break strong authentication protocols, so make sure your company isn't just relying on video calls for approval. And finally, keep an eye on emerging AI tech and its risks. AI isn't just a tool for innovation, it's a tool for criminals too. Staying informed is your best weapon. The technology that can create a face and voice out of thin air, that can fake a video conference with your boss, is no longer science fiction. It's here, it's real, and it's dangerous. but awareness and vigilance can keep you one step ahead. If this video opened your eye, and subscribe to InfoCaretaker for more real stories about how AI is shaping our world, for better or worse. Thank you for watching.